How's it going?
It's going good. What brings you here today?
Um, just made a couple changes, like in my life, and just still, it's always weird when you do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it'd be good just to talk it out, kind of figure out, where my head's at.
Changes.
Yep. While I've been at Clarkson, I've been a double major. So I've been doing psychology and global supply chain management. And last week I dropped my psychology major, even though I only needed to finish this semester and take one more class
Mm-hmm.
to fulfill those requirements. I just finally had enough, and it wasn't what I wanted to do. And uh, I was writing my thesis, and it was taking up a lot of my time and making I wasn't motivated. So I finally just dropped it. But I feel weird, it's weird doing that. It's kind of like the weird aftermath of quitting, kind of
Mm-hmm.
that I feel. So
So when you say weird, is it that you're unhappy with your change, or?
no, definitely not unhappy. I just think I don't know. It was a tough decision, and I don't usually quit things, and so it's just weird for me to quit anything. And then because I was so close, it seems like I'm kind of thinking I probably could have pushed through and done it, but it's just at the same time I know I wasn't interested in getting a psych major, a psych degree because I didn't want to pursue that and go to grad school after college, which is what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the business side of what I'm doing. I got I got a really good internship last summer for it, and then I got another one this summer for it. So I'm looking forward to that. So I thought I might as well just finish out next year strong and focus just on one instead of trying to split my time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of there's definitely a finality to it. Like it's weird, it's weird that I'm just not going to take psych anymore.
Yeah, because it's a different routine, right?
Yeah, and now I feel really. It was nice having the options of either doing something in psych or doing something in in business. But now it's I feel like now I lock myself into just doing business. So like I said, it felt like the right decision at the time, and it still does. But I'm worried I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna regret.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Well, tell me a little about your internship that you're expected to get into.
Well, I'm gonna be working this summer for a big forklift manufacturing company near my hometown, so it's good because I can live at home, save some money, um, get a lot of experience across a lot of different areas of the supply chain, and then um, hopefully there's a possibility I could turn that into a job next the summer after this,
Mm-hmm.
which would be nice. I again live at home, save money, try and pay off my loans, and I'm really excited about it. But starting with any internship, you're always a little nervous about how you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do. It was pretty rigorous interview process. So I wasn't surprised that I got it because I thought I did well in the interviews, and I thought I was a good candidate, especially because they were looking for someone local. But now that I have it, I'm pretty nervous about the summer and what's going to happen. And this just adds to the nerves. The fact that I can't in my mind tell myself oh, well, if you don't really like doing this, you can just do something with your psychology degree because I'm not going to have one of those anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, congratulations on your
thank
internship.
you.
It's always good to hear good news about being accepted into another program, especially while being in college.
Mm-hmm.
And especially while being in your situation after dropping psychology must have been a tough choice, like you already announced.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. I talked to my parents. My professor was really nice about it. They all were you figured out what you want to do, so there's no reason to take the added work on. And I was definitely happy when I did it. I definitely felt relief. I felt half the things that I've been worried about doing kind of just disappeared. I had more time, but I'm also a little worried that extra time is going to go to me instead of helping with my schoolwork, it's going to be laying around and slacking off.
Yeah.
So
Not doing what you're supposed to do.
right, because I've always been the double major with basketball. So I've always been really busy, especially in basketball season. Now it's not basketball season, and without the added major, I feel like I have more time than I've ever had. Next semester, will be my first time not taking 17 or 18 credits a semester. So I'm excited about that, especially for senior year.
Yeah.
when
That's something to look forward to.
I made the
Senior year.
move to help my grades, but now it's like I'm also worried about my grades because I don't have that fallback of if I didn't do as well, it's like okay, well I have a lot on my plate now. It's like if I didn't do as well, it's like it just slacked off. Like there's
Yeah,
really no excuse. So
that's understandable.
yeah, the end of any school year is stressful, anyways. And we got a lot of tests and projects and stuff like that. So I have a bad habit of procrastinating and then doing
Mhm.
things, at the
Well,
last
looking on the
minute.
bright side, it's about to be over. You mentioned that you've gotten a lot of support from your professors and
hmm
your friends or whatever, everyone involved with your situation. So I'm sensing that you have like some confusion about like your internship, feeling like comfortable.
Yeah, well, it's a different internship than I had last summer, and my internship last summer I enjoyed it, but I was definitely looking to go somewhere new, and I was really happy I got this new internship. But like I said, anytime you start any kind of new job, there's always that thing in the back of your head, like, am I gonna do good? Like, this is like actually like it's like doing important stuff now. Like, I'm gonna be handling like the way they described it. I'm gonna be like handling like parts of their business that they're just gonna give to me and say, hey, like, we need you to go do this little project or do this project and come back when you're done. And what if I come back and it's wrong?
Yeah.
It's a lot more responsibility, and like I think like I'm qualified, but I'm not really sure because I've never had that type of job before. So I'm not, it's just I don't want to like mess up and then have them regret like hiring me and then like or like I also don't want to be there all summer and be and like not like my job,
Yeah.
which I'm worried
So
about.
you're feeling a lot of pressure on your plate. Like,
Yeah,
it's a lot to handle all at one time.
definitely pressure. I mean, like I said, I'm excited. It was something I wanted. That's why I applied and
Yeah.
got interviewed, and I was happy I got it. And part of me is like competitive, so when I interview for a job, part of me wants to get it just to say I beat out the other candidates
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah, there's definitely pressure, especially because I know it's like local, but I'll be driving like 45 minutes each way to get
Mm-hmm.
there, so it's gonna be um, like that's gonna be time consuming. So that's gonna be an extra basically hour and a half of my work day. So and I'll be leaving pretty early and then get back pretty late. Um, so like I don't want to be driving 45 minutes dreading going to work and then coming back 45 minutes going home just like already thinking about not wanting to go back the next day, which hopefully
Yeah.
doesn't happen, but it's in the back of my head. Like I said, I also don't want to be there and then tell me to do. I don't want to be like nagging someone for help all the time. I want to be able to do things on my own, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Like hopefully I'm qualified for it, but we'll see.
Okay, well, just backtracking a little bit. You already had the success of getting the internship, and
Mm-hmm.
you keep expressing your excitement about that and how that made you feel. So maybe you can use your excitement, to minimize your nervousness.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. I think I don't feel like you said, I'm excited, and that's definitely true. Like, I am
Mm-hmm.
excited, and the nervous, the pressure. I think I tell myself like I know that's normal, but
Mm-hmm.
you still feel it. And then also they kind of it was supposed to be a co-op, so it was supposed to go from May to December.
Okay.
That's what they're looking for, and they ended up making it just a summer internship because I played back. They wanted me, but I played basketball, and then
So your schedule is
so like also
isn't.
I feel like they're gonna try and smack like fit everything they would over from May to December into just the summer, which could be busy, or it's either that. Or on the flip side, I'm worried that they might just give me like not as many projects or like cool experience gaining jobs because we don't have that much time. So like I toyed with the idea of taking the co-op and missing my last year of basketball and saving my last year eligibility, but I just like I couldn't do that because I mean it's my last year. My best friend's on the team. I want to play with my friends. It'd be weird to walk away from that. But I'm a little worried about how like that was perceived at the company because I didn't come to Clarkson to play basketball. I came to get a degree and get a good job. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that adds to the pressure too. Like they kind of like were extremely flexible with getting me in. So there's more pressure I think for me to make that like show them like you made the right. Even though I'm not going to be there as long as somebody else that you might have hired, you made the right decision because I'm going to do really well. So I
You want
think
to make a lasting impression.
right, especially because I'm appreciative that they were flexible enough to fit my schedule instead of just hiring someone else. I know they could have that would have been there for however many 7 months or 6 months or something like that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's use a little scenario. What if you were to get to your internship and you were like, oh man, this is exactly what I want to do. I love it here. Everyone is so friendly. They like the way I work, and they want you to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So say if you end up staying, like, how would you go about that? Like, how would you, if you were to stay for the whole, like, if you were to prolong your internship, and, you mentioned basketball and how that will have an effect on you. So.
Well, I don't think I'll prolong it either way because they gave me an end date in August.
Mm-hmm.
So, knowing I have that like out, I don't think I would prolong it because I didn't want to miss basketball. But like, hopefully, if I liked it that much, they would say, we'd love to have you back full time after you graduate.
Graduation.
And then, I mean, that's also tough. I mean, that's looking way ahead. Like, that's something I really like to do. But I'm also thinking about just going to grad school for 1 year for an MBA at Clarkson and coaching with the basketball team. Just see if I like the coaching aspect. I know like if you coach, like they'll give you free tuition for the MBA program, which would be huge because obviously it's like super expensive.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation.
So we'll see, but I mean, it'll be hard to do that if I have a good job offer. If I get job offers from other companies, it'll be hard to turn down one if I really liked it at Raymond where I'm working. So just thinking about all that stuff in the future is just it's kind of crazy. It's coming really fast, but it's not something I try and think about too much because. Like, I like to think I have some time, even though that time's shrinking.
Yeah. So, like, with the time, coming to a minimum, like, have you ever thought about actually sitting down and take the time to think to yourself about what it is exactly that you want to do and pursue after college?
Yeah, I mean, I try. I think everybody thinks about it at some point. It's something I talk to my parents a lot about. But it's hard. I haven't been able to like nail anything down really. I enjoy different things like within the supply chain, within my internships. I think I would enjoy coaching if I did that for a little while. I think, like I said, I kind of lost my interest in the psychology side of it, which is why I ended up dropping it. But it was always nice to have that. If I don't like any of these, I can try going to grad school for psychology. So that's like a fallback that I don't have anymore. So it's a little more pressure to find something I like. On the flip side, like like with loans and debt and stuff, like there's that balance I think between finding something you like and just like getting a job so that you can start paying those off because you can't just like be a college kid forever.
Yes.
But
there's
yeah,
that point where you got to take responsibility.
Right.
Become an adult.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. And how does that make you feel? You say sadly. What do you mean sadly?
Nah, I was just joking, just kidding around. But being, I mean, yeah, I feel like it's a lot of responsibility that you get like all at once instead of just like a little bit at a time. Being in college, like it's like you get to be an adult, but without like paying a lot of the bills and doing a lot of that, right? Doing a lot of that stuff and like, and they just keep all that on you. And like I said, that's still like a year away from me. It's definitely something I think about, but like especially with this internship coming up, which could possibly become a job for me or like be a job opportunity for me, it's kind of like in my face more now.
Yeah.
So I really feel that pressure to do really well. I don't know, we'll see.
Well, that's a good opportunity, and I hope that when you get there, you find more interest than you already have in it. And also, you can try and find some sense of direction, because I'm sensing like a little your nervousness or the sensing that is bringing you confusion about what you want to do, and maybe that's putting a hold on you.
Yeah, definitely indecisive. Like I said, because I haven't found one thing that I definitely like 100% can get behind. This is what I want to do when I get out of college. So I'm trying to keep my options open, but I think sometimes by doing that, like I don't look enough into certain areas that might interest me. I don't know if I have like false ideals about finding the right job or the job you want. Like it might not be out. Nobody's perfect job might actually be out there, especially right out of college. You might have to just like suck it up and bear it for a little bit and just deal with a job that you enjoy sometimes and don't enjoy other times until you get to a job you would say is like your dream job is perfect for you. So, I mean, we'll see. You know, this summer, next year is definitely a big year, it's a big step.
Mm-hmm.
But,
But college is all about exploring too. So at least you know it
mm-hmm.
gives you the flexibility to change your major. So don't look down on yourself for changing your major or anything. Maybe it was for the better. You never know.
Yeah, that's like what a lot of my professors said was, a lot of kids switch majors or in college or, drop a second major or something like that. So,
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
So I think overall, it definitely it helped with my current situation, I think, of being stressed and, studying something that I wasn't as interested in. But at the same time, like looking forward, like I'm worried about, like we talked about, like that regret or that whole, I don't have that fallback now of don't want to do this, don't want to do that. Oh, I'll go to, look into something for psych. I can't do that anymore because I was done. I stopped. I dropped that.
Well, since you dropped psych, have you been like less stressed or
Definitely. But
not too much on your plate? Enough,
no,
just enough to handle?
I think that might just be some of the just a little bit of immediate aftermath of dropping something that was busy. You feel like a lot less stressed, and like you feel like you don't have as much stuff to do. But I don't want that to go too far and then start slacking off on the work I have. So gotta stay up on that.
Going on to that, because you mentioned that you might feel like you put it behind and just relax when you have things to do because it's not as much in your schedule.
Yeah.
So would you like to take some steps towards managing your time, or how is your time management skills?
They vary. Like during the season, they're really good because I don't have that much time. And then depends what I have to do and in what classes. Sometimes they're pretty good, but usually I leave everything to the last minute and then I end up like cramming for tests or doing projects like the night before or something like that.
Procrastination.
Yeah. So that definitely adds to the stress level because it goes from like just being relaxed and doing nothing to just being all over the place. But,
so would you like to take some steps towards being able to manage your time better so that you're able to finish your junior year and on a good note?
Yeah, I think that would help. Yeah, definitely.
All right. So for the next meeting, would you like to take some time out to yourself to try and like map out your pros and cons on what works with your major?
Yeah, I think I could do that. Absolutely.
Like for time wise, so okay, if you were to have a paper and you have like, all right, you put down your major with psychology and then you put down your major with business.
I don't have a major in psychology.
Yeah, but when you used to, and see what worked when you had that, since you had so much on your plate and you were able to get it done, so that when you make your list for business and you compared it to, you can say, oh wow, I was really making something happen back then, and now I only have this much to do, so it should be right easy, and you should build your confidence.
Yeah, I could definitely try that and see how that worked.
Sounds like something we can look forward to for next meeting?
Absolutely.
All right, so we can plan for that, and would you like to meet next week?
Sure.
What day works for you?
Same time next week works for me.
All right, I'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
All right.